Great. Good morning, Miss Sol. How are you doing today?
Good morning, I'm fine.
That's good. As you know, I'm Lizette Marroquin. I'm the facilitator here at Santa Maria Middle School. I will be doing your observation for today. Thank you for agreeing to being recorded for my lesson for school. Right now, we're doing our pre-conference. Can you tell me a little bit about the class that I'm going to be observing?
Yes, it's a sixth grade A. They're pretty smart, but I do have one or two students that struggle. Um, but more than their behavior is in good condition.
That's good to hear. So tell me a little bit about the lesson that that'll be observing today.
Okay, we're doing module 3, topic 1, lesson 4, and it's called 4 is better than 1. Where we're gonna be explaining the coordinate plane, and the student will be building from working with rational numbers on a number line to rational numbers on a coordinate plane. They have been learning about absolute values and which number is big and which one's smaller in regards to positive and negative numbers. So now we're gonna implement them into the coordinate plane.
Perfect. So when I walk into your classroom, how do you plan to start this lesson?
This lesson, well, we're gonna start with the bell ringer. Again, the bell ringer consists of 5 easy mathematical addition problems because I want them to add negative and positive numbers. And I'm seeing that it's new to them, or it's new into the remembering how they work. So this week it's adding positive and negative numbers, again, because we've been discussing the number line, the values in absolute value, and now we're going to use it in coordinate plane.
Okay.
So the bell ringer consists of 5 problems for the day.
Okay. So out of these 5 problems, are you going to cold call on students to go and solve them, or how will you know that they're mastery, or how will you gauge?
Okay, they will have time to do them on their own. And then before I start my lesson, I'll ask them who was able to do them, and usually the ones that have them wrong, as somebody else gives the answer, they'll correct themselves and notice where they make the mistake.
Okay. So like peer tutoring kind of.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And after your bell ringer, what am I expected to see next?
Okay, then I'll start the lesson. Usually we do read every time we start the lesson, the learning goals, and we implement them. We go to the key term, and our lesson today is the coordinate plane. So I'm gonna start giving them a blank graphing paper so we can name the whole coordinate plane, assuming it's their first time. And I'm gonna go through all the vocabulary words the coordinate plane uses, like the x-axis, y-axis, how they run, each quadrant. So I'm gonna be going into detail for vocabulary and what a coordinate plane consists of before we plot points. That's
Awesome,
gonna take
great.
me like 15, 20 minutes of the class
Okay.
period.
All right, so that way the kids are familiar with the vocabulary and they understand the academic vocabulary in relation to STAR. So I like that. I like how you're doing
Yes.
that. Okay. And after the 15 to 20 minutes, we're about at the 40-minute mark of the class, and our class is about 45, 48 minutes. So how will
Yes.
you close the lesson?
Then we'll get, I'm gonna start activity 4.1, and it consists of them giving me order pair numbers, and we'll have like 10, and we'll plot them. That way we see how the X and the Y runs.
Okay. So that's going to be, are the kids going to be working with partners, or are they going to be working individually, small groups?
Individually. Today they're
Individually.
gonna be individually, yes, because I want
Okay.
each student to learn which point goes, the X goes to the right or to the left, and what if it goes positive, up or down on the Y axis.
Okay. And is this an assignment you're planning on picking up so you can see where each student is at, or will you review it with them at
Yes,
a later
no, I'm gonna
time?
pick it. This assignment is gonna be picked up.
Okay,
And then, yes, for the notes, they're gonna keep, and then I'm gonna pick up the assignment.
okay, great. And then how are you planning on closing your lesson?
On closing the lesson, we're gonna start, if we have time, our next lesson is for reflection. So I'm gonna start implementing how a point reflects from the x-axis to once it's done.
Okay. And then by that time, the bell rings and we should be good to go.
Yes.
All right. That sounds great. So I'm looking forward to seeing your lesson with the coordinate planes. After your lesson, you know that I will go ahead and make my notes, and then we'll have a post conference and we can discuss what were some glows and some grows for your lesson.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
See you later.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Open your books to page 481. Okay, both of you done? Let's discuss the problems. -2 plus -5. What did you get? -7. You add when it's negative plus a negative, we add negative. They're right there. Number 2, -1 plus -4. -5. Did you get that extra? -5. Right now I'm doing the bell ringers, page 481. Number 3, 9 plus 2. 11. Positive plus a positive is positive. Manuel, what's number 4? -10 plus 6. -10 plus 6.
4.
Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive? -10 plus 6. You subtract.
Negative.
It's -4 because the 10 is bigger than the 6. And we got number 5. Abigail? 15 plus -7.
15 plus -7. I haven't solved it yet.
It's okay. Are you gonna add or subtract?
Yeah, I haven't solved it.
Subtract, and 15 minus 7?
15 minus 7 would
See?
be -8.
-8. Okay. It's a -8. 15 is what? Positive or negative?
The 7 is negative. Positive.
So the answer is positive. Positive 8.
Negative. Is it a -7? Is it a -7?
Yeah.
I did not see that.
15 plus -7.
It would be
We subtract, and which one's number is bigger, the 15 or the 7?
15.
So is 15 positive or negative?
Positive.
So the answer is positive 8.
Oh, I didn't see negative, but I corrected myself.
That's good, thank you. Okay, today's lesson is called 4 is better than 1. Extending the coordinate plane. So what did we learn yesterday? About the numbers. Remember the circles?
Natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and rational numbers.
Okay.
Yes.
And what's integers? What do we have in integers?
Integers,
Like
we have positive and negative.
Positive and negative, okay. So today's learning goals, it's on page 481, everyone.
Oh shoot,
And these are our learning goals. Number 1, identify the 4 quadrants of the coordinate plane and the characteristics of points located in each. Okay? Number 2, Addison, read number 2.
Locate and plot ordered pairs of positive and negative rational numbers on the coordinate plane.
Okay, go number 3. Who wants to read it? Go ahead.
Determine the relationship between the signs of coordinates or of ordered pairs that are reflections across one or both axes.
Okay, number 4, Manuel. Get one.
Use absolute values to determine distances on the coordinate plane.
Okay, and the last one. Nat, you want to leave 3 read the last one, please?
Real board and mathematical problems and technical and also corners of the cemetery.
Okay. Get one, pass it to the back. Get one, pass it to the back. And our key term is the vocabulary word quadrant. Quadrant. Okay. If we go to the next page, 482.
That's yours.
We have the vocabulary word for quadrant. Here it goes. Underline it. Underline it. And who can read it? Who can read this paragraph? Okay, go ahead.
The regions on the coordinate plane are called quadrants. They are numbered with Roman numerals from 1 to 4. Started in the upper right-hand corner and moving counterclockwise.
Good. So underline the definition of quadrant. The regions on the coordinate plane are called quadrants. And we have 4. Quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I just passed out the graphic page. We're gonna draw and put everything that is needed on the coordinate plane. So, first of all, I want the X and the Y. X and Y. You have a ruler in the bottom if you need it. It doesn't have to be from all the way to the top to the bottom, but you can do it. If you don't have a ruler, once your partner is done, they can share. Okay? So, listen up. Look, everyone, look over here. It doesn't have to be all the way up, but it needs to be long enough, 3/4 at least. And then across. X and Y. Go ahead and draw it, please. There you go. Yes. An eraser. Can you draw it, please? You don't need a ruler to draw it. Try to make a best line that you can.
Oh, what, that
Okay?
one?
Yes.
Okay, I'll use my ruler.
If you don't have a ruler, you don't need it. I'll just put one in to make it a straighter line. There you go. Which one's my X? Does somebody know?
The horizontal one going like that.
Okay.
X is going
X.
first, like the horizon.
Axis. It goes horizontal.
Oh, damn it, I didn't even need the ruler.
Huh?
I didn't need the ruler to make it.
Okay, good. And it runs across. Please, everything that I write it down. Horizontal x-axis. Runs across left and right. The up and down line is called the y-axis. It goes up and down, and it's vertical. Vertical line. So write down vertical, right here. Y-axis. I can make a copy first. You can listen. Can you write it? I don't want you to hurt yourself. Y-axis, vertical, -5. We learned about distance, James. Absolute values, right? If I say 4, what's the opposite of 4? -4. And what's the distance from 0 to 4? 4, and 0 to -4? 4. That's what the absolute value of -4 is, 4. What do you think is my top? What are we going to go up? What number goes up?
Positive.
Positive. positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, positive 5. These are my positive numbers. This is positive.
So then I'm not writing it?
Write the word positive. Positive. Yeah. Oh, just one. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't need to skip. I'm skipping because mine is huge. And it has a big squares. But on yours, each line is 1. 1, 2, 3. Same up and down. Each line has a number. 1, 2, 3. I don't because mine is tiny. So I'm using the big grid. So, if this is positive 1, what's this?
This is negative 1.
Negative 2, negative 3, and negative 4. So on. Don't be playing. So this is negative, this side. And as you go down, it's negative. So our vocabulary word for today was quadrants. Okay?
Quadrant 1, there's 4 quadrants.
We have 4 quadrants. And the quadrant, it's 1. And it always starts with this one on your right.
It's 1, 2,
1.
3, 4.
So number 2, who thinks it's going to be this one? Pick up your hand. And who thinks it's going to be this one? Show of hands.
Oh, for number 2?
Quadrant number 2. Is it the one on top or the one on the bottom?
The one on top.
It's going to be the one on top.
And then
It goes counterclockwise. So it's 2, quadrant 3,
And quadrant 4.
and quadrant 4. It's always on Roman numerals. Okay? Yeah.
Because they
Quadrant.
That's why it's Roman.
Quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4.
They never had a
So-
zero on the Roman numbers, right?
On the star, they might ask you,
Yeah.
what point lies in quadrant 1? Is this order pair number in quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4? Okay? That's why we need to know what quadrants where they are at. Counterclockwise, and it starts always on this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, X and Y, what order pair do you think goes here? If it's positive X and positive Y, what's my order pairs? Numbers? Who would take a guess?
3, 4.
If I pick 2 numbers, X and Y,
3 up to 4.
3 or 4, and they're both positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. So the quadrant 1 is going to have positive X and a positive Y. Okay? I need for you to write all these notes because you might need them. When I say take out your notes, your worksheet out, this is it. So my X and Y for this quadrant 2, negative X
And negative
and
Y. Negative Y.
negative Y or positive Y?
Positive Y, sorry.
Positive Y.
Negative Y is going down.
The water away
Another one. You can go. You want to go and drink water?
to reveal.
You want to put somewhere? Go ahead. Take the pen. Okay.
Electric pass?
Yes, please.
I'm not going to.
Quadrant 3. X and Y. What's my X?
Your X is a negative.
Negative X. And your Y is? 1. So quadrant 4, we have X and Y. Are you writing it down? What's my X? Positive X, negative Y. Every single note is important. So please write everything. There you go. Yeah. Yes. They're gonna stay in your binder. Positive and negative. If you're going this way. Okay? When you go that way, it's positive. Up, positive, down, negative. Okay, now we can turn to page 483. Human coordinate plane. Page 483, once you're done with your notes. Can I erase this? You need one more minute? You're okay? You're good, Emma? Write your name on your notes. Write your name. It falls from your binder. I need to put it back.